Hello and welcome. So in this video I'm going to be reacting to Zach Alsop. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. In his video, I rescued abandoned dogs in a private jet. Now, there's planes involved, so that's why I'm deciding to do this. And I am going to skip the part where they're not in an aircraft, and that is not related to aircraft. I do like dogs, but that would just be ripping off the whole video without really doing anything. So therefore I'm not going to have the whole video in. Now what I'm going to be doing is stating some facts or stuff about the aircraft and some other stuff. So let's get into it and let me find where the first thing of plane is. You should watch this video, though. Anyway.
A commercial flight where the dog would be stuck in a cage
6-hour flight. Yeah,
in the hold. And even then,
I've used that video. That right there, that British Airways video of a plane landing, I've used that one. That's an A350. There it is. From the official British Airways YouTube channel 4 years ago. British Airways, our first A350 landing. So apparently it was their first, but as you can see, that is the video that he's using.
and you can't fly directly to the UK due to restrictions. You have to land in France and then take the ferry.
Alright. You have to land in France and take the ferry. That seems reasonable. I mean, rules around countries and stuff. Anyway, let's go forward. That's an Embraer Phenom, I'm pretty sure it's called. An Embraer Phenom. I'm not sure if it's a 100 or 300.
The only problem is, obviously, I can't afford
Yeah, you can't afford a private jet. That's fine.
a private jet.
Let's see.
I have managed to...
Yeah, I have seen that video. He has managed to do that. I think that's a Dassault.
Comfortably.
That's a very cute dog that he has. Is that I'm not sure. Is that a Samu yet?
18,000, 20,000, 40,000, 45,000 pounds.
That is generally how much it costs to get a private jet.
Completely.
Have you spoken to Steve?
High flying.
Let's see. Now there's probably gonna come some aviation related things. I will say I've already watched this.
Have you spoken to
I have already watched this.
Steve?
Who's Steve?
Steve Borsano is the founder of the Jet Business, a high-flying private jet broker based in London.
How many people you want to carry?
Just me and 6 of my girlfriends.
6 of your girlfriends. You don't have enough money to spend on the jet left.
Steve had agreed to meet me and maybe connect me up with a private jet owner. But if I wanted to...
Yeah, that looks like a Samu yet. Anyway, now we're away from something plane related. Let's just look at what just happened.
I was the founder of the Jet
The jet business, alright.
Business, a high-flying...
Never heard of that. What kind of jet is that? Is that a Gulfstream? Yeah, that basically lights up.
flying private jet broker based...
Oh, I saw.
Steve Borsano is the founder of the Jet Business, a high-flying private
Here's a list of jets.
Broker.
There's a Challenger. Yeah, there's a lot of aircraft here. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
in London.
Spend on the jet left.
Press him. I need to close the deal today. Here we are. Let's go.
Alright. There's a dog plane. A dog plane. Is that an image? Dog plane. Can't really see the picture used. Maybe they didn't. Maybe he didn't take it from anywhere. Maybe he photoshopped it. Maybe. Possibly. Anyway, let's continue.
Can you help, please?
There's the man. the man, the myth, the legend that I've never heard of before watching this video. Yeah. But yeah, seems interesting.
Zach,
Hi, Steve.
how you doing?
Yeah, thanks for taking the
Good
time.
to see you.
Please be seated and...
There were some models.
Hey, Zach,
Hi, Steve.
how you doing?
Yeah, thanks for taking the
Good
time.
to see you.
Please be...
There seems to be some models of Embraer. Is that a Legacy or what's the other one called? A Legacy or Praetor jet? I think it's the Embraer Praetor. I'm not sure if I'm spelling that right. I'm not. It's Praetor. I think that is. It might be it, but it might also be the Legacy. Legacy. They're part of a similar lineup, but it looks more like the Praetor. Looks more like the Praetor. I think it's the Praetor.
Be seated and Rue, sit.
Alrighty.
I'm here today to pitch to you what I believe to be the future of the jet industry. With EasyPet is a private jet charter business exclusively for stray dogs.
Wow.
I first talked Steve through the facts and figures. Cats are down in a very big way. However, naps, we've seen a big spike, and that's a result of the recent spike in walkies as well.
Is there a relationship between those?
Before giving him an insight into the team. So I'm Zach, I'm the CEO. I did a business degree as well. Then last but finally not least is Rue. Rue has been fully vetted by Mark.
Who's Mark?
That's her vet. But most importantly, she has a lifetime experience in the field. That's the field. Now, Steve, what do we need from you? You are the man with the connections, and we need to grab ourselves a jet to pull off our mission. I can offer you a 50% stake in our business, and Rue's sweetened the deal. She said you can have her ball as well.
Listen, I have to make some phone calls. Maybe I could find some real dog lovers. See what I can do for you, man. I mean, happy to make a few phone calls. Doesn't hurt.
We all shook hands and paused,
Ah, thank you.
and with that, the deal was done. True to his words, Steve made an introduction to an owner of a jet who...
Alright, I'll stop right here. Very interesting, but that last part didn't really have anything that would do anything for this reaction video. But it was very cute. The dog shook hands with that guy. I think that's very cute. So cute.
heard the idea and wanted to talk, so we hopped on a call. This is Thomas. He's a pilot and founder of Apex Jets.
That was a Pilates. That was a Pilates.
This is Thomas. He's a pilot and founder of Apex.
That's a Pilates. It even says Pilates right here. Is it I'm not sure. What was the name of that jet? The PC, was it 24? Yeah, PC-24. That's a Pilates PC-24. I mean, that is really what made me want to make the video. I saw there was a Pilates. And it's not like Pilates is my favorite aircraft manufacturer. It is not. But they do make some very good aircraft. And their aircraft, I'm pretty sure... If I'm not mistaken, they're used as air ambulances in Australia. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's something with landing on roads. That they can land on long roads. They also have the PC, I'm pretty sure that's the 12. Yeah, that's PC-12. So yeah, it can land in a lot of places where other jets cannot. So it is used in many countries. Or not many, but it is used in some countries as air ambulances. And I think that is pretty good and very, very interesting. I mean, do you know a lot of other kind of planes that's used as air ambulances? I mean, you might know of a few, but yeah, I just think that is very interesting. And personally, in my opinion, the PC-24 looks literally amazing. I mean, just look at it. Let's find a good picture. No, that's not the PC-24. Like, just look at that. Yeah, it doesn't help to zoom in here. It actually makes the picture smaller. Yeah. So, yeah, I think the PC-24 looks beautiful. Anyway, let's continue.
Jets.
I've been flying since I'm 13. Got my license at 17.
Flying since 13. I wish I could do that. I'm 14 now. I wish I... Who knows, I might get a license at 17. It's unlikely because getting a pilot's license can take some time. I mean, he's probably talking... He's not talking commercial. He's talking about private pilot license. You can't get commercial till you're 18, and that's when you can start. The minimum time it takes is 2 years, as far as I know. So that'll mean a minimum age of 20 before you are a commercial pilot. But he became a pilot at 17. That is, as far as I know, the minimum age to become a pilot. The minimum age for soloing, I'm pretty sure, is 16. The minimum age for becoming a pilot and getting a pilot's license is 17. I wish I could have started like that, I know. I have not flown a real aircraft, but I am looking into something like it where, you know what, I think I'll show you here. You can read this. A flight instructor will start the day by giving you some basic knowledge about the principles of flight, the aircraft machine itself, and the aircraft instruments. Then head to the runway. You give gas, drive down the runway, lift the airplane into the air, and the next thing you see is the mach from above. The lesson is similar to the first lesson of the professional flight program. 20-minute briefing, 20-minute flight, and 20-minute debriefing. And they use a center air aircraft. I've met Center Air at both Roskilde Air Show and at, what was it, Great Flying Day in 2023, and they were really nice. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that after I get, I'm not sure what it's called in English. Actually, I can't say because I don't know the English word for it, but something with party something. That, when you're Christian, you basically say you believe in God, and then there's a party after that. It's a bit more complicated. You can search for it, and you might find something. I can just say that in Danish it's called konfirmeret. Other than that, I can't say anything other than that because I don't know a word for it. Anyway, let's continue.
Before I could drive, so it's been a passion my whole life. So
you've heard about the mission?
briefly,
I've offered to help get a dog that's been adopted from Morocco from the streets and get it to the UK. A private jet seems like a really good way to go.
okay, I like the sound of it. To me, this sounds like a very good opportunity to do some good.
Do you own any dogs? Have you got a pet at all?
No, I love dogs, but I'm allergic, slightly. So it's not the best thing. You know, I'm okay to let you take over the airline for a day, but on the sole condition that I get to come with.
That's a deal any day of the week for me.
So, with a free private jet ride secured for the mission,
I've got myself a jet.
There was just mono sound for a second. It only came through in this ear. I'm probably going to have to change this sound in that clip because I know how to change sound to come from one ear to the other, or from sound from one ear to go to both ears. I know how to do that in the editing program. I'll probably have to do that because that irritates me a bit that it's mono sounds.
so with a free private jet ride secured,
That does irritate me a bit.
Wow.
I found the rest of our passengers from different shelters in Morocco, and after a few weeks of solid prepping,
We need to calculate the weight and balance of the aircraft.
If you have found a dead wild bird, please press 1.
we had a full team of people to help pull this off. So now it was time for
Oh, there's an aircraft in the background. I can't tell what aircraft that is.
step 2, pick up our passengers.
Alright, now there's not going to be anything with aircraft, but yeah, weight and balance is important for an aircraft. If it's too back heavy, you're not going to be able to take the aircraft nose down. If it's a little bit less back heavy, you might still have a problem with keeping the nose down, but you might manage it. If it's a little bit less back heavy, might still be back heavy, but be able to fly normally. And if it's a little bit less back heavy, then you're perfect. Then if it's too front heavy, now you're gonna nosedive. Weight and balance is important. Anyway, let's skip over all this, including the sponsor.
I'm gonna go off without a hitch, but for me, I'm living in this ignorant little headspace.
It might have been 5 in the morning, but I had a spring in my step.
I think that's a fake pilot suit that he has on. It looks like 3 stripes, so it looks like a first officer.
Our first passengers had already arrived.
Oh, hey, BB.
And after a few bits of paperwork and pre-flight checks,
The prudent food normally are going to not be stinky.
we got the green light. Now we just needed to wait for our pilots.
Oh, there's 2 pilots. I can see Lewis seems to be the first officer, and Wolf seems to be the captain. I love wolves. And you know what? I can prove it to you that I love wolves if I just... You ready? There's a wolf. I love wolves, that's my favorite animal. Together with dogs, of course.
Louis and Wolf, followed by the man who allowed this whole thing to happen.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Oh, Louis, not Lewis. I guess he might be French. I mean, Wolf might be German. Louis might be French. Or something in that area. I mean, I thought it was Louis, but no, it's Louis. That seems like a French name. And Wolf seems a little bit like a German, maybe Austrian, possibly Swiss name. Something in that area. I might be completely wrong, but yeah.
And with that, the whole team was now assembled. Now there was just one thing left to do. Get these dogs on a private jet.
On a Pilatus PC-12.
There was just one thing left to do. Get these dogs on a private jet.
Let's see the... I can see the registration of the aircraft. 9HAPX. 9HAPX. Let's see. That's operated by Afcon Jet and Afcon Jet Malta. But it is a Pilatus PC-24. So, yeah. That's interesting. Afcon Jet Malta, PC-24. Let's see if there's any more things that we can see. They could not find any specific flights. Okay, that's fine. It is Pilatus PC-24.
Dogs born onto the street, mistreated and ignored. We're about to leave that world behind on the most luxurious form of transport in the world. Nothing could ruin this. Oh no, Brago.
Dog poop on the tarmac or whatever this is. That is not good. Because some planes might be landing there okay soon, so I would not want to be the guy to pick it up, but hey, that's just how it is. They need to pick that up. But anyway, yeah, all the dogs are very cute. Very cute, and the plane also seems to be in fine shape. I don't see anything wrong with the plane. I think those are the pitot tubes right there. One of them might be. I know there's at least a pitot tube up here somewhere. That is the pitot tubes. It very much looked like it. That might be Sorry if I'm just gobbling up words. Is that the static port? I don't know. Ah. Anyway, that one is Swiss registered. But anyway, back to the video.
Jack, we have a problem.
Oh no. Here's the code brown. I brought BlueAirways, but I don't know where they are.
Tag it up in there. What's this got in it?
Fuck me, man. This is dark times. Rago, man. Blech. 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 Oh, it's massive. It's like a small child. Ugh. I don't know why I didn't see this happening. This wasn't in the plan.
It's not in the script.
We've had a hectic 20 minutes.
Anyway, with that cleared up, they were ready to board.
Oh, he's got 3 legs, I forgot. Good.
You can just forget that a dog has 3 legs and not 4. You can just forget that. And that doesn't seem very good, but at least he's doing a good cause. I mean, getting all this together and flying a plane, or he's not the pilot, he's not flying the plane, and getting those dogs to where they are meant to go. That's a very good cause, I'd say. So you don't need to think about the fact that he just did that, forgetting that a 3-legged dog does not have 4 legs. I mean, he just forgot for a second. That's just fine. Is that the light? I think that's a light. Maybe a landing light or something. I know that really very much does look like a light.
Final passengers ready for boarding.
Look at the dog and look at the cockpit. Both of those, awesome. Cute dog, nice cockpit, nice.
Oh.
This is your captain speaking.
I just saw something.
Oh.
Ryanair, there's a Ryanair plane in the background. That's bad luck. Ryanair just has a very bad reputation. I've flown on them. They're not as bad as people say they are, but reputation is a hard thing to run from. So yeah. Ryanair, you're alright, but it's really not your time at the moment. I mean, most people think you make hard landings all the time. You're fine. There was a little bit of turbulence right before landing, but it's fine, Ryanair. You're excused. Yeah, you're just like any other airline, just low cost. And when you're low cost airline, you can't really escape. You can't really escape bad reputation. Almost impossible. I mean, PSA did have good reputation. I mean, it is possible, but it's rare.
This is your captain speaking. We welcome all 3- and 4-legged friends on board the maiden flight of Apex Jets. Please ensure your tails are tucked and that any toys are securely stowed away for takeoff.
Hey, we are in the air.
I have a feeling that this music is copyrighted, but you can buy a license from it. And I don't have a license for it. This video is gonna get copyrighted. Nice.
I can't tell you how good it finally felt to be in the air.
There's not a more well-deserved beer. Why are you drinking? That's bad. So as long as you don't get drunk.
I've got more well-deserved beer. Mine's got a hair in it.
The plan for the flight was heading to France to drop BB
That's a funny image.
off first, and then driving the rest of the dogs to London to meet their new families.
We've made it out of Africa, and now we're in Europe.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So,
Did you see what he did? Captain! What are you doing? What are you doing with the camera? What? He just did. Or something like that. Captain. I know I have heard some YouTubers say that pilots act like grown babies sometimes. I didn't think I needed confirmation, but this is confirmation enough even if I did need confirmation.
How do street dogs act when they have a few hours in the world's most luxurious mode of transport?
We've got a theory about what's happening with the dogs right now, and we think it's the lack of oxygen in the cabin is making them all really sleepy. We've got Layla here who's asleep on Scott's lap. She keeps falling over and waking herself back up. And then we've got Tim down here who keeps rocking back and forth.
Things were very calm in the cabin, but that's when we got a very concerning visitor.
I got told that you were flying the jet.
No, I mean, yes, but he's the first officer. There's 2 pilots on that jet. You don't... I mean, that jet, I'm pretty sure that it can fly with 1 pilot. Yeah. 1 or 2 pilots. You can fly with 1 pilot in the PC-24. They are actually doing more than they are needed to do. I'd actually say you're pretty lucky to have 2 pilots in that airplane. I'd say you're pretty lucky.
Yeah, absolutely.
The takeoff was a bit bumpy though.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun.
No, it was you.
Talking of wind,
I think
As someone who wants to be a pilot, blame the wind. Always blame the wind. It's the wind's fault. It's not his fault. It's the wind. That was stupid.
the dog's farted.
Oh, yeah.
The dog has farted.
I didn't even think of this. It's so bad.
honestly,
So bad. I've never smelled a dog's fart. I can think of how bad it is. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. That is probably really bad.
the smell was so bad, even Layla couldn't stand it. Unfortunately, Brago wasn't done there.
Thank you, Zach Alsop, for fragrancing my jet.
Yeah. And
Thank you,
yeah,
Zach Alsop.
it's that young guy's jet. Yeah. You're pretty lucky to be in a jet that you apparently own. You're pretty lucky at your young age to own a jet. Pretty lucky. So, don't mind the fragrance in the jet. Don't mind it. You're pretty lucky to be where you are in life at that young age, with as much money as it takes to become a pilot, start a business, and literally buy a private jet. And even flying dogs in it one time for free. You gotta have very good finances to do that. So I'd actually say you're pretty lucky. Come, take the losses that you get, because you are pretty lucky. So a few losses like that, a few small things like that, don't think of those. Think of how lucky you are to literally started flying at 13 and now owning a private jet. Just know you're lucky.
For fragrancing my jet.
Anyway, we were nearly in France, so I needed to finish off the in-flight service and get ready for them to meet their new families.
Excellent choice, madame.
I'm a dilate. I beat it, a bus and I dip. I told
Right, so this is the final moments before landing in French. Your family is out there waiting for you.
And as we came into land, there was just one person I needed to thank.
The man right here, the most patient, professional, serious, charismatic, handsome. No one else would have done this in the world, I bet that.
If I owned a business jet at a company like that, I do that. You know, that's actually a good business idea in my opinion. If I ever start an airline, I'll have a side business with transporting dogs. And if I ever start an airline business and I forget that I said this, send me the clip. I don't want to forget this if I ever start an airline. Like, I love dogs and they need to get to where they're supposed to go, and if I had the resources, I'd do it. So no, he's probably not the only one in the world that would do it. He's probably one of the only ones that would have enough, that has enough money and has the business to do it right at that point. But if I had it, I'd probably do it. Just so you know.
Seriously, this entire thing would not have been possible without Thomas. Big up him and the whole Apex Jet crew for being so professional and flying our dogs safely. So if you're lucky enough to be able to afford it, a link to Apex Jets is down below. But
I am not lucky enough to be able to afford it.
before all the dogs got off the plane, Brago had one parting gift for Thomas.
He's farted.
Oh no, it's bad too.
We had 30 seconds till the door was open.
Unfortunately, when that door did open, things didn't exactly get better.
Guys, hang on.
Who is that?
Oh no.
Tim Tam had slipped out of her harness and was running towards the runway.
Tim Tam?
Oh. This is really bad.
I realised in this moment this was her first time ever seeing grass, which gave her the zoomies as she ran around and around me.
You love this carnage. Oh, I love them.
With Tim Tam back in my grasp, it was finally time to unite my first passenger with their new family.
And I'm pretty sure that that is all for the plane part of it. I don't think there's any more aviation included. I mean, except probably the airport terminal. Or something like that. I mean, there's probably not going to be too much more. Probably just a few minutes. I've already seen this video, but I don't remember how much more there is actually. I know there's not a lot more. But yeah, a dog running around the airport is not good. I mean, at least this is probably a small airport or a small section of a bigger airport, because you're in a private jet, and as you're gonna see, or you're probably not gonna see it except if you're watching this video and not mine, because I'm not gonna show it. But the terminal is right there, and you just go in there, and then there it is. It's a CCS. That, so I do think that, yeah, this is probably either a small airport or a bigger airport with a smaller area where they are. But still, a dog running around is not good. At least there's probably not going to be as much traffic in this airport as there would be in a bigger airport. And that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.